Uno, dos, tres. And how do you say four in Spanish? Today we will learn how to say numbers from 1 to 10 and some vocabulary classroom. ¡Vamos! John, ¿me das tu bolígrafo, por favor? What? ¿Qué significa bolígrafo? Es una cosa para escribir. Hay diferentes colores, rojo, azul, negro. Creo que en inglés se dice pen. Ah, yeah. Toma. Muchas gracias. ¿Cuántos bolígrafos tienes? ¿Cómo se dice three en español? 3. Tengo 3 bolígrafos. Para ti. Muchas gracias. De nada. In this dialogue, we have seen different sections that we should study in detail. The first thing is when John asked Mark for a pen, bolígrafo. For a classroom setting, we have different vocabulary that we need to learn. For example, bolígrafo, lápiz, estuche, pizarra, pantalla, basura, goma. In the second part of the conversation, John asks, ¿qué significa bolígrafo? ¿Qué significa is in English literally means, what does it mean? So basically you're asking for the meaning, so that's why in the conversation Mark tried to explain what is a bolígrafo, what is a pen. However, some people answer what's the translation of bolígrafo. So most people will say pen. However, if you want to be more specific, we have the second question that John asked Mark. ¿Cómo se dice three en español? ¿Cómo se dice in English is how do you say? So in this case, yeah, 100%, you're asking for the translation of that word. ¿Cómo se dice three en español? How do you say three in Spanish? The third part of this conversation are the numbers. We saw number 3, tres. Of course, many people already know how to say from 1 to 10. However, when are we going to use the numbers? For example, answer for our age, to buy things, to talk about the time, or to talk about quantities. Of course, for all of them, we will need numbers beyond 1 to 10. However, this is the first video, so in the future videos, we will see the other numbers. Let's see the numbers. Listen and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Muy bien. So, to ask about the quantity, in the conversation we have heard Mark saying, ¿Cuántos bolígrafos tienes? ¿Cuántos bolígrafos tienes? ¿Cuántos means how many? Be careful. In English, we have 2 versions. How many, how much. We use how many for countable nouns. We use how much for non-countable nouns. Example, how many bananas do you have? I can count the bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And how much water do you have? I can't count the water. I can count how many bottles, how many liters, but I cannot say I have 1 water. We have 4 different versions in Spanish. Cuánto, cuánta, cuántos, cuántas. In Spanish, we have 2 genders, masculine and feminine, and 2 ways to express quantities, singular and plural. So, cuánto, masculine singular, cuánta, feminine singular, cuántos, masculine plural, cuántas, feminine plural. So when do we use one or the other? Basically, if the noun that we're asking about the quantity is masculine singular, we're gonna use cuánto. For example, cuánto dinero. If the noun is, for example, let's say feminine plural, we'll say cuántas. Cuántas botellas. Botellas means bottle. As you might have heard, dinero and botellas are both one countable noun and one non-countable noun. So we cannot count dinero, money, but we can count botellas, bottles. So in Spanish, we would use cuánto, cuánta for non-countable nouns. Example, ¿cuánto dinero tienes? ¿Cuánta leche tienes? Bolígrafos, pens, gomas, rubbers, Both are countable nouns, so we use the plural form. ¿Cuántos bolígrafos tienes? ¿Cuántas gomas tienes? Now, let's practice together with an activity. Now, I am A and you are B. Hola, John. ¿Me das tu bolígrafo, por favor? En inglés creo que es pen. Muchas gracias. ¿Cuántos bolígrafos tienes? 3. Muchas gracias. ¿Cuántos bolígrafos tienes en el estuche? ¿Cómo se dice pencil en español? Let me know in the comments. Adiós, gracias.